Welcome back to Schmity's Encounters. So this week we are gonna keep on going with Pam 60. Last time we were working on it, we peeled the roof skin off very carefully and delicately. This week I've pulled a spare roof I had sitting up in storage, which I literally got for the purpose of this vehicle. So we'll go through and take the pieces needed, and pretty much from there to there, into there. I did find some rust, so I'm making my cut a little bit smaller. We'll also be taking the rear corner, so we'll take the gutter from here in and around the corner, because if I can help it, I will, instead of putting a small patch, which is no matter how hard you try to hide it, you'll always be able to find it and see it. I'd rather replace it with a full piece of skin, and we will replace the structure in Pam's car from about here back into the corner where hers has been compromised. Obviously you would have seen last week the big gaping hole in the rear of the roof, which is in this vicinity here, so we'll just go through and replace the structure needed. Looking at this roof, it does have a little bit of rust starting literally right there. There is literally just a little bit of flaking and a little bit of like pitting starting on the roof skin. So if I can, I will try and keep this roof skin salvageable to put it in the Pam's roof skin. Even though I've bought brand new replacement skins from a company here in Queensland, I will try and put good quality steel back into it. So let's get into it and have some fun. So there we go, that's that piece off. As it looked pretty good from the outside. You know, you couldn't see anything. I knew there was rust in here, but I didn't realize, well, you'd know there was rust in there from that little hole. You flip it over and that's not actually that bad. It is savable. It has literally only just started, so I will use the grinder, sorry, the sander face, whatever it is, and I'll fix all that rust scale. So you can see where it starts around your spot welds. It'll always start in the backside of a spot weld near a join. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that, because, well, this one's actually not that bad. It is a bit yucky, but I will probably just have to plate it with some steel. I'll come in here now and I'll be very gentle and try and cut that out and see actually how bad that is. But before we do that, we'll get the other cut out of this roof, is what we're not after. Again, I'll just cut that really long. I will go in here first and I will cut this whole section out. I'll probably go under there so I can get the joins. So let's start that piece. Quick battery change, and we let the compressor knock off. So yeah, we'll let this rust converter do its thing. If I don't actually believe it, I'll probably end up just wire wheeling the whole lot of this. The rust on that section of roof isn't actually that bad, so I'm not going to bother replacing it with new skin. It's literally only just light scale, but we'll let that stuff do its magic, and I'll start cutting this. I'll probably only like graft in a section where she's got a speck of rust back here. I don't want to graft the whole section in, but at the same time I don't want to be leaving damaged metal in her car. So it's that fine line of not going too much but not doing too little, where it's going to come back in a couple of years, because it only takes a year in the right conditions. Well, not even a year, it takes about 6 months in the right conditions, and your roof needs to come back off. So yeah, I've got a section there I've got to pull out for her car, for her roof. So I'll probably go along and just take any patches I want, because at the end of it, this roof section is going to end up on a trailer and getting destroyed, going to scrap metal. So it gets out of my way, because it is actually taking up space I need. Where that roof was sitting is going to become the nook for all Pam's cars stuff. So like all the guards and stuff will go up into that hole. There's like 2 boxes of parts up there ready for her car. There's a box there we got yesterday from a mate down the coast. So yeah, you know, we spent 4 or 5 hours in a car in Collie yesterday. Went down to a mate's place because he's moving out. So we went through and bought some of his stuff. Bought a big fuel tank. Oh, that compressor doesn't shut up. So there's a big fuel tank in there. Big 190 litre apparently. So we bought that. Would have taken the ute for a run, but let's let it park out in the street. So let's get back into it. So there we go. That's off. I got all this corner unpicked. I end up just cutting through the corner there. So I'm not actually going to stitch this into there. I'm only going to use it for a patch in this corner and mainly what's there. So same with the front. I was trying to drill it out, but like I don't want to be replacing into the pillars. Of course the pillars is where all the structure is. So you can see there where the factory cables run up the rear pillar. So yeah, it's actually pretty nice in here. Again, there's a bit of rust coming through there. All the rust coming in through there. But for what it is, it's perfect. You don't actually realise how far down the roof beam, that's where you gotta like welds in there. So, anyway, I'll probably pull this out of the way now and we'll roll this forward and start cracking into that part. Yeah. Don't forget, if you want some merch, we're not really doing shirts, but we've got a few stickers. Got a few different kinds of stickers. So if you want, find us on my Instagram, which is Schmity Encounters. So I've got these little printer cuts of the ute. We'll actually be changing this because this is all my old bar work. We've also got that one, which I've just had more made up out of black and white. And then I've just got some made not paids, which I'll throw up over here. So yeah, if you want some merch, hit us up on my Instagram or flick us an email. So my Instagram is the same as my YouTube. Instead of a space, it's just an underscore, so it's Schmitty's_encounters on Insta. Yeah, hit us up if you want some merch. We'll keep getting into this roof resto. So there we go. That roof skin is laid up. I got the skin off the tail lights. I got the roof sections. I got the section of gutter I was wanting. I got the roof piece I was wanting, and I just went and peeled this one's gutter tray off, which wasn't too bad. I couldn't see where these spot welds were, so I literally just whacked on them, and the blade I used got through them. But that's going to be the fun part. As much as I really want to be showing, thanks whoever's using the Sexel. As much as I really want to be showing all this, I've got to concentrate that much on making sure this roof goes back together beautiful. Well, not, you're still going to see, like, I'm still going to show you guys like where all the welds go and all that, but now's when I kind of got to be delicate. Like that roof, I was kind of being a bit aggressive, like drilling out, because I don't care about that frame. This frame I cannot bust. I cannot damage this frame, otherwise this car is a total loss, and then we've got to go back to hunting for another one and probably going through all this shit again. Whereas this car, literally all this car needs now is this roof done and the floor pans fixed up, which I can do literally after the roof in like half an hour. But so there we go. Pretty much done for today. Got the old skin off. New skin's ready to go on. There's also another section of gutter missing because I was wire wheeling on the other side after I've gone through and put a rust converter in. I've noticed a big hole and this. So I've actually cut it down to the bronze. I will smack that down a little bit and weld it to the pillar, then grind it flat to weld the roof back on. But the rust there isn't actually that bad, all things considering, but so there's nothing on the inside. You can see they've been hitting it with cavity wax over the years, but like this area is always something that rusts. And then the rear here, the gutter's been pulled off. I've also cut, don't worry about that, cut that off. So this is the inner part of the structure. It has already been checked on and rust converted. So that's kind of done its magic. This section, the only bit of gutter that's going to stay on this car because it's actually nice. There's nothing on top or below, but I will go through and I will be pulling out all the factory seam sealers. And then we'll go through once it's all back together, and we will re-seam seal this whole car front to back. It's also when the roof goes on, that gets Dobbs a seam sealer. And funny enough, this disc gets double-sided taped on. So my ute's rear wall is literally there. But enough about my ute. Yeah, I'm not kind of not happy with the bit of a hole I found, but they had put a fair bit of filler in it. I'll probably go through and I'll just take a corner of that roof somewhere and I'll mold, re-sculpt it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do today. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the content, and we'll catch you in the next one. Yeet!